And back up here on a Wednesday morning, Johnny Lee Dees. Haven't seen you since Sunday morning.
Since Sunday, been a long time, buddy.
Counting down to football kickoff.
I'm looking forward to it. Sure,
you'll still be preaching, won't you?
Yeah, I think so. I'm hoping so. The preaching will go on through the football season.
You don't get to lay out on Sunday.
Yeah, and Seth, you kind of like preaching the good word when everybody comes in to see you here on the show. When they come see Herbs and More, don't forget every Wednesday. I guess we're still doing that.
Yes, sir.
10% off. Go down to Herbs and More, mention anything about the program, and get 10% off any product. Well, what are you talking about today?
It is kind of similar. I mean, the body is the temple, and if you're not healthy, you can't spread the word because you don't feel good. So basically,
you can spread some words.
Well, yeah. You can spread some disease too. That's one of the things I wanted to talk about with the kids going back to school. You got a product called Immune Support 3. This is what we call our teachers and nurses choice, simply because teachers and nurses take it all the time because they're constantly around sickness, they're constantly around viruses and fungus and mold and bacteria, and this boosts your immune system. It has the ingredients necessary to boost the immune system by up to 700% in as little as 7 days. Teachers and nurses take it all the time. A lot of people just put it in their cabinet to keep it there. You start feeling sick, you start taking this to boost your immune system, and those killer T's and macrophages go in and they start to kill, envelop, and get rid of any sickness and disease and things like that. Your number one guard against cancer, too, is your immune system. So it's extremely important to keep that boosted. And your kids, I give it to my 5-year-old son all the time. He's just going to school this year, and, you know, I want to keep his immune system up. He's exposed to all kinds of new stuff.
How's that going for him?
Well, he had a little run-in yesterday. He had to go to the principal's office.
At Lindsay Lane.
Yeah, at Lindsay Lane. And
he just wanted to live there.
Yeah, well, you know, he does. He has fun, and I think he's having too much fun right now. I would expect nothing less from my son.
Yeah.
You know, but
apple don't far fall from the tree, does it?
That's it. But he's having a good time. He enjoys it. You know, he went to the principal's office, and they said that he was still laughing while he was in there, and she was getting home to him. So I got to do a little discipline there. He's the only grandchild on both sides.
So he's rotten.
So yeah, he's spoiled.
But let's give another shout out to his grandma. Had her birthday yesterday. She turned what, 40?
42.
Yeah. When? Happy birthday.
She's got to be older than me. 42.
Oh, you got another one you want to talk about?
Oh, yeah. Well, and of course, you know, I was going to talk about Daughters
Y'all
Delight.
still selling that?
Man, we are selling this stuff like crazy. I've got so many people. And one of the things about weight loss is when you lose weight, the immune system has less area to cover. Therefore, it can be stronger. It's pretty simple. So, you know, that's the best weight loss supplement I've ever seen in my life. And I also wanted to give a shout out to Ronnie Duggar at the Rock Fitness Center. I met with him last night and got some equipment from him. So I just wanted to say hi to him, and y'all check him out.
All right, don't get 10% off down at Herbs and More. Seth, hang loose here for a little while. We'll talk to Johnny Lee Dees in a second. Johnny Lee, I get my notes out. I'm ready to start writing, as always, on that front row where I've been for 10 years with you, as you say.
Yes, sir. Yes,
and all of a sudden, you don't go one thing off of here. You change the whole message.
He's in charge.
I got it well.
Yeah, just a whole blank. There you go.
Instead, you said we're about to build a church that's going to hold about 10,000.
Well, yeah, not quite that many, but yeah, we decided to change our message the other day.
Well, we or you?
Well, I did.
Tell him who's in charge.
Yeah, I woke up Sunday morning and I had a whole other kind of, I don't know if I looked this way or this way, but had a whole other kind of message. And but as we got into it, I felt like it was just time to share with the church and brief the church. I was going to share all that at the end of the message, but I just...
Well, it took an hour the way you did it.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. That's right. Well, I just got to, but you know how preachers are.
The way you told it, and I want you to share this with everyone because it goes like along. When you got married to Nancy, you had a Pinto.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why is it big guys always drive small cars? I never figured that one out.
I don't know, but I did use an illustration about my Ford Pinto when I first got married to my beautiful wife, Nancy. I had a 4-cylinder Ford Pinto.
And those things were 2 doors, weren't they?
2 doors and
a gas problem.
Well, yeah, that's right. That's
tank
right.
problem.
Yeah, if you hit one from behind, they could blow up. You know, but I was so proud of my Ford Pinto, and Nancy and I got married on August 2nd, 1975. Drove off to Gatlinburg, Tennessee in my Ford Pinto, top speed 58 miles an hour.
No air?
Yeah, no air conditioner.
You were feeling good.
But I'm 21 and I got my babe by my side. We're going to go to Gatlinburg, and our honeymoon cost $160 for the, you know, so she married a big spender. Yeah, that's right. But that Ford Pinto was great and nice, but you know, it was banged up, and bless her heart, one day they had a broken door handle on her side and it cut her hose and all that kind of stuff. But you know, but as my point is for as far as I was concerned, my Ford Pinto was great and served my needs just fine. But as we had babies and getting in the back seat, trying to put the baby seat in there, and you know, we had to expand our car, and we had to get a larger car to cover our needs and take care of our family. And building a church is the same way, because you know, you start out for a while and this is all you need, and you can get by with this, but it's come to a point in time in our lives that we need to do something different and make our car just a little bit bigger, because to take care of the folks and the needs that we have.
Well, I know, you know, and it's got to be a very difficult decision, because 2 years ago we were close and you decided not to. And now all of a sudden you've made the decision that, yes, we are going to do that. But I thought the way you explained it with the Pinto story, it's just like y'all's business. You know, if you operate out of the one store in Killen, it's not near big enough to do everything you got to do. Yeah. So you got to expand.
Right, exactly.
But the story about the Pinto, so how long did you own that thing?
I don't know. Golly, I probably owned it about 7 or 8 or 9 years, and I sold it one day for $300. You know, and that's right. But it was a great car, and it's a good illustration. It's all I needed for a while. But as my family got bigger,
perfect. We walked out and I said, that was a good way to expand. You know, because we're full. Yeah. We have no room for
especially for children. For children. It's the same thing with my Pinto. I was fine as long as no kids showed up, and but once
that certainly happened.
But once the kids showed up, and you know, once you do, you know, life, and kids show up, it causes your style and your space to get cramped, and that's exactly what's happening now. And if we don't add space, that we can't expand, because our children's area is just about done.
And you and Nancy know that children thing, so now you're stuck with a 4-door. And
we understand that. We got that.
And for those folks who don't know, we are building down on the south end of Hughes Road, where there is a sign down there. And John, we'll probably have 2,000 or 3,000 new members wanting to come in down there once you get that facility built.
You never know. That's right. That's what you know what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to do what we're supposed to do, and we're called by God to reach as many people as we're supposed to reach, and keep on reaching them until Jesus comes back. And that's the commission of Christ that He has for us, and that's why we do what we do.
Kind of change subjects?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's talk some football. As y'all know, I'm not a big Auburn fan. If I would like them worser, dislike them worser if it wasn't for Johnny Lee having played ball down. You know, when you're a Bama fan, though, nothing against Auburn anyway. But when you in Alabama, if you grew up like I did, you either like one, you love one, and you hate one. Yeah, Brad.
But why would you wear an Auburn
jacket? It was freezing that day. I had to put something on.
Oh, Brad stuck that on there.
Hey, this out of the USA Today this morning.
Yeah.
Credit CBS Boomer Esiason for being willing to take a fresh look at Tim Tebow.
Okay.
His latest, Tebow shouldn't even be an NFL backup quarterback.
Wow.
Forget the idea of Tebow and Mark Sanchez competing for starting quarterback. I don't believe Tebow can be your everyday backup quarterback. He said Greg McElroy should be the backup. Tebow can play on special teams.
Well, Greg McElroy is a good quarterback. There's no question about that, and I've seen him play.
But to put Tebow on special teams?
I think that's kind of dumb. You know,
he obviously
the guy's 6'4", 240 pounds, and put him in a Wildcat or something like that, and he could put a lot of pressure on the defense.
He did quite well, didn't he?
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, this thing up in New York. I want to get to a couple of football things. I may get back over this. Do you agree with the top 25? The Associated Press came out Saturday. You know, they delayed it because the honey badger got kicked off. They delayed it.
I don't agree with it. I don't think USC should be number one. I think Alabama should be number one, because Alabama has the starting quarterback coming back from a national championship team, plus 2 or 3 years of top 5 recruiting in the nation, and they're number one already. So I don't see any reason why not to rank them number one.
Being such a big Auburn supporter, do you keep up with the D Minor deal over in Muscle Shoals?
Heard a little bit about it.
I just did a thing on it where he basically cussed everybody out and walked off the field.
Yeah, that's.
So what happens?
I'm looking forward. He said basically, screw the Quad Cities. I'm ready to go to Auburn.
Well, you know,
Chiswick don't have to take him.
No, I don't know the young man, and I'm sure, but I would hope that somebody with some wisdom would speak some wisdom into his heart. He's 17 years old, and no question, he's
17 and knows everything.
and he's very talented. That's what I understand. But.
All right, let's just go ahead and put you on out on. Next Thursday's my birthday. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
We'll be outside having a tailgating party, kicking off football season. We'll be taking Friday of next week off. Who are you predicting to be in the championship game this year? You've never gotten it right yet, but I figure we'll give you one more game.
Well, let's see.
Who'd you pick last year?
I'm going to go with Auburn and Utah State in the national championship.
Well, you're falling right in line with everybody else.
Yeah, there you go. That's right.
All right, John, I got a trivia question for you.
Yeah.
What is the farthest an NFL quarterback has ever thrown a football in practice?
Farthest, I'd say 81 yards.
That's very close. It says here, Jamarcus Russell could heave it close to 100 yards in the air, but no video. Y'all remember him, don't you?
Yeah.
He started drinking that
Lean.
Purple stuff.
Purple, yeah.
Yeah, and he just.
How'd that work out?
Well, not too good.
Digging the scene, the gangster lean. Yeah.
Russell was touted as able to be able to throw it 75 yards on his knees.
Wow, that's right.
As for a game, John, it says here, and here's a picture of Don Meredith in 1966. Cowboy quarterback Don Meredith threw a ball that went for a 95-yard touchdown. Reports have Dandy Don launched the ball 83 yards in the air before Bullet Bob took it the rest of the way for the score.
Bob Hayes, wow.
What do you need a kicker for?
Bullet Bob.
Wow, 83 yards in the air.
Didn't Meredith die a couple years ago? And Bullet Bob died several years ago.
Well, Richard Todd used to be, I used to he'd catch balls that he threw, and good night. I mean, he'd say go deep.
Well, Hal was at about 10 or 15 yards.
Yeah, about 8 minutes later when I was about 70 yards deep.
John, do you have any coins in your pocket?
Yeah, I do.
Seth, do you?
And John says always, if you have a coin.
You don't? Gee, okay. Everyone who comes up
I thought you always said if you had a coin in your pocket, you were richer than.
If you got coins in your pocket, you're the top 8% of the world's population. So today I'm broke.
All right, so everyone who comes up on the show, what I want you to do is have a few coins in your pocket. That way you can help me fill up this jar for Miss Sydney Newton. She's doing, of course, September is going to be Cancer Awareness Month for children, so we'll have this jar up here. So anything you have, put in there.
Speaking of broke, let me do one other thing.
Yes.
This is in the paper this morning. Y'all know the post office lost $8 billion last year?
Yeah, they're broke.
The money-losing U.S. Postal Service guessed that cartoon character Homer Simpson and his family were twice as popular, Brad, as Elvis Presley when it came to the sale of commemorative stamps.
Brad's crushed.
In a move that wasted over $1 million, $1.5 million, printing cost, the service produced 1 billion of the Simpson stamps. They only sold 300 million.
Wow.
First of all, what idiot determined that Homer Simpson was more popular than Elvis Presley?
Oh, wow. How about that?
Shocking.
Well, that's government-run facility.
10% off on Wednesday. Go by there and mention Johnny Lee Dees.
Or Homer Simpson.
And we are not run by the government.
Yeah, thank goodness.
So we don't have Homer stamps.
Anything else, Seth?
Come by Herbs some more.
Johnny Lee, don't forget tailgating out here next week. Thursday, shut up, a whole bunch. We'll have plenty of food. Auburn, Alabama, LSU, any other. Hey, we may even get Rick up here to do something for Notre Dame. Boy, have you seen their schedule? They'll be looking to win 3 games. All right, thank y'all for getting us. Tomorrow we'll be cooking in the kitchen, talking sports. See y'all tomorrow.
Bye.
All right.